You see, my gorgeous Erini, something is going to inspire you so much at the beginning of this week. But when I say that something is going to inspire you, you know that there can be like, there are so many different things that we can be inspired by. But this is going to be different. This is going to be very, very special. Why? Because whatever it's going to inspire you, it's instantly going to remind you of your own vision. It's instantly going to remind you of your own desires. And when we find ourselves in such a powerful element, oh my God, not only nothing can stop us from achieving what we want, but we are also showered by so many different ideas. And each of these ideas, you really should be consider very, very seriously, especially at such an important stage of your life. So this inspiration, my gorgeous Erini, it's gonna be completely out of this world because it's going to make you feel alive again. What a beautiful and rejuvenating point you're going to have. Remember, you will be reminded of your own dream. Okay, you will be reminded of things that mean to you so much. And most importantly, at that very moment in time, there is this magical readjustment which is going to happen literally by itself, which means that maybe a day or two after, and it's important to mention that within the next 2 days after you're inspired, my God, you really are gonna realize what is so imminent in your life, what you really need to and want to work towards from this moment in time, from this moment onwards. So for the next couple of days, you're not going to be able to stop thinking about, because this in itself is bringing the whole new life into your dimension, my gorgeous Erini. And this is a very important sign for you that this is something you really need to understand, that this has to be as a number one at this stage of your life. No matter what's going on, no matter what's happening, this in itself is going to bring one of the greatest changes ever. Okay, so please, 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 the moment in time you are inspired so much, the moment in time you are reminded of your own vision, you need to understand that there is a really big, kind of step that you are going to need to make. But that step that you're going to need to make, it's just going to come in so many different stages. For now, when I say the next couple of weeks are going to be so important, the next couple of days are going to be so important, because in 2 days exactly, you're really going to have such an important experience. You are going to have a really important experience. And this particular experience, which you are going to have, something very positive is going to happen to you in such a random way, where your eyes are going to be open and some kind of information that has been missing in your life, when it comes to whatever inspired you, in the first place, when it comes to your vision, when it comes to your plan for the future, there is something you're going to find out that has been missing when it comes to all this. And when you find out, what are you going to find out in a couple of days, when you have this kind of a really beautiful experience? You're going to become extremely determined. And that particular determination you're going to feel, it's all going to come from the moment in time you realize exactly what your next step is going to be. What your next step is going to be, my gorgeous Erini, when it comes to this particular inspiration. My God, this is ever so important. And you are gonna honestly start feeling alive again. It is this really powerful reconnection with yourself that I'm talking about, because I repeat, this is to do with an ongoing dream, with an ongoing plan in your life. but things have been like kind of like there were lots of things like going on in your life within the last even like kind of couple of years, for example, and it took your attention away from it and you did not forget about it. But then sometimes life brings us other things that we need to deal with that haven't got anything to do with what we are trying to do or we are trying to achieve in life. Certain problems we most certainly need to deal with, and you did run out into certain problems within the last couple of years, and these problems did kind of affect you a little bit. But these problems, I know it's going to sound really annoying, but these problems that you've had within the last couple of years, they were quite complex issues you had to deal with. And these problems were part of this. These problems were so crucial when it comes to you reaching this stage of your life. And I know it doesn't make sense whatsoever. Later on, within the next few months already, this is all going to start making sense. The certain problems that you run into within the last couple of years that have actually kind of slowed you down a little bit and almost like kind of made this moment like where you kind of disconnected with yourself, and that reflected on your kind of things that you want to achieve. And this particular inspiration that I'm talking about, it's how you want your life to be. And it's not a surprise that lately, my gorgeous Erini, you felt like kind of really unsatisfied with certain aspects of your life. But it's more to do, when I say certain aspects of your life, it's more to do with your lifestyle. For example, you just felt you want more. You just felt you need more. And there were loads of things that you were going through in terms of like where you were kind of nostalgic as well. Within the last few months, you were kind of nostalgic and you kind of did remember lots of memories from the happiest time in your life. But each of these memories have contributed something so beautiful, something so sacred to you. Each of these memories have made a really important contribution that you do not even understand consciously. But this is a lot to do with your subconscious mind that has been playing an absolutely mind-blowing role to bring you here to this particular point in your life. And I know this may sound crazy. I know that this may sound annoying. I know that this may sound, oh my God, can you be a bit more specific? Well, listen to me very carefully. It's to do with things that mean to you so much. And at this stage, all I want to remind you of, it's to do with an ongoing plan in your life. We all have an ongoing plan. We are all working towards something. We all want to achieve something. But this in itself, when it comes to you, this is really to do with such an important destination that if you kind of understand the importance of this like kind of inspiration, this is gonna change your life forever in the best possible way. But it's a lot to do with your own lifestyle, where you're gonna do something absolutely incredible with this inspiration, where you're gonna be able to enjoy every single day, my gorgeous Erini, instead of waiting for the certain days to maybe enjoy yourself, or instead of waiting like to be in a good mood, like kind of to enjoy yourself. What are you gonna do right now, my gorgeous Erini? It's going to make you feel like you're in a good mood every single day. And yes, we can find an aspect of our lives that can make us feel like this, but it's really a lot to do with just kind of everything balancing itself out to the point where we find ourselves on this like kind of straight road towards exactly what we want to achieve in terms of our own lifestyle. There is so much more when it comes to this inspiration. Do you know what I mean? So whatever this is going to be, my gorgeous Erini, you really need to follow this. You really need to put this as a number one in your life. Because for a very long time, you felt like maybe your hands were tied behind your back and maybe you were just going along with things that you needed to do. But you've almost lost yourself a little bit. And please don't get me wrong, you're very powerful signs in a, you are indeed a very powerful sign, my gorgeous Erini. When you decide to do something, you have got this immense power. When you decide to do something, nothing can stop you. You're very, very powerful when you know what you want to do, but you're also very powerful when you don't know what to do, or if you're thinking negatively, then you attract this negative energy, for example. So you need to make the most of it. What am I trying to say here? That now, right now, you need to open your mind as much as you can, because there is some kind of a risk which is going to be on your mind as well when it comes to you kind of like following this inspiration. But you just have to ignore this risk, and you need to focus on what you want to do, and you need to focus on your end result. Okay, that's what you need to do. Do not focus on that risk that this is bringing like to you whatsoever, because you don't want to give your energy to that particular risk. Just avoid it, just ignore it. You are going towards the right direction. There is a reason why you're suddenly going to be reminded, of an ongoing dream in your life. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter. You can be like 3-4 years old. No, I'm joking. You can be you can be like 18, you can be 28, you can be 48, you can be 58, you can be 78, you can be 88, you can be 98. It doesn't matter how old you are. You are never ever too old to follow your dream, and you're never too old to do what you want to do so badly. We get one chance to live this life, baby. So that's why you need to make the most of it. You need to make the most of it. This is ever so important. And there is this person who is really going to need your help. Somebody in your life, maybe it's like an older person, but if it's not an older person, then it's someone extremely wise. Someone in your life, it's really going to need your help, because someone is kind of getting a little bit depressed and a little bit down and a little bit sad and a little bit negative. And I don't think that this person likes to talk about her feelings. It's a female person, and I don't think that this person likes to talk about her feelings whatsoever. Or maybe even if it's a male, maybe it's a male person. Like I see it as a female person, but then again, it could be a male person as well, who is rather sensitive, who is not afraid to show their sensitive side, for example. So I suppose it could be a male, it could be a female, but I do, like on a first glance, I see like a female, but then it could be a male who is kind of having like some kind of female roles in life. And I don't mean this in a bad way, do you know what I mean? Like a female role. Maybe this man has been a father and a mother to their child, for example. This energy can come out in so many different ways. But anyway, this person is somebody in your life, somebody who means to you a lot, somebody who means to you so much. This person is an important person to you. Whether this is a family member, whether this is your friend, my gorgeous Erini. But this particular person is like, oh my God, there is something that it's going to happen to this person, something kind of a little bit negative, some kind of abrupt change, an unexpected change, but this one is not going to be good whatsoever. And this particular person is really going to kind of be worrying so much. And you know what? And this is someone who doesn't really like to open up about their personal problems or something like that. But that particular person is just going to come to your mind. He's just going to come to your mind, baby. And it's going to be like really weird. And you will go into your intuitive mode, and you will know that something is wrong with this person. My gorgeous Erini, I know, but you're gonna be like you're gonna go into your psychic mode, quite a lot. So this is gonna come to you by itself, purely because you are so connected to this person. Lots of people don't understand this. I'm able to actually talk to my friend that I've been brought up telepathically, and we have been doing this when we were kids, when we were children. This is the truth. You can believe me and you don't have to believe me. That's absolutely fine. There is a way bit more to this world than people actually are aware of, and this is just one of those things. So my point is that you are connected to this person quite a lot. So because you are connected to this person, that's why this person is just going to come into your mind. And please, 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 you will know who this is going to be. Get in touch with this person and talk to this person. There is something absolutely mind-blowing you will say to this person, and because you know the resolution to that person's problem. And this is going to be an incredible moment in time, because not only that person is going to find you so helpful, but you will actually have the answer to this person's problem. And then on another hand, that person is going to point out something to you, something so important you forgot about. There is something that you're going to need to deal with immediately, that this person is going to remind you of as well. So it's somebody who you know obviously for a very long time, and somebody who really understands you and knows a lot about you. So that person is going to give you this crucial information, which is going to remind you of something you need to deal with, my gorgeous Erini, like immediately. Okay, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, oh my goodness, oh my God, oh no, how can I say this? No, I'm joking. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Erini, something very unexpected it's actually going to happen. Pam, pam, pam. An unexpected opportunity is going to come to you, my gorgeous Erini. You are going to have an unexpected opportunity. This unexpected opportunity you are going to have, you are really going to be able to actually try something for the first time. Something you wanted to try for a while, something that you were kind of thinking about before. There is something that you will want to, there is something that you wanted to try. Okay, this particular unexpected opportunity, which is going to be like connected to you being able to try something. This in itself, it's like really pretty much so to do with something which you've discovered like about 7 or 8 months ago. Something which you've discovered and something that you wanted to do, but before you start doing this, you need to try this first. I know this sounds really crazy, my gorgeous Erini, but the bottom line is that most certainly this particular thing, whatever this is, whatever this opportunity is for you to try something, it's also gonna something new. It's also something that you discovered a while back. It's also this is also going to play an important role when it comes to you like really moving on with your life as well. So you are doing something really wise. You're making a really smart decision, and you're making a really wise choice by trying this out, whatever this is, because now there is a really immense amount of courage which is going to come to you from that, because there is something which is going to make you slightly nervous before you do this, and this is the courage that I'm talking about. And that courage is, on another hand, going to make you aware of it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you stronger. But this particular process which you are this particular thing which you are going to try, my gorgeous Erini, it's so important for you to understand that like about few days after that moment in time, oh my God, because you're going to decide to try this, few days after that moment in time, you are gonna urgently need to go somewhere to sort something out, something completely different, okay? And you're gonna go and sort something out, and once you're finished sorting it out, what you need to sort out, something really important, I think, to sign something or something like that. On your way back, something is going to happen, and something so random is going to happen, and you are going to realize that you need to go somewhere else. And wherever you need to go, this is now more going to be like you kind of meeting someone or something like that, somebody who you know or something like that. And then when that happens, there is this something is going to happen like really crazy but really good, and it's going to be connected to somebody else who you also know, somebody who gets on with you, and somebody somebody who you really trust. Perhaps this is your friend, or it's like a family member. It's most certainly somebody who you trust is going to be around you. Maybe you're going to go for a little coffee or something like that. Maybe you're going to go for a cup of tea or something like that. Maybe you're going to go for a little walk. Maybe you're going to go for a little lunch. But something is most certainly going to happen where you are now suddenly going to realize this huge possibility, which and is connected to which to this particular thing that you've tried beforehand. Do you understand? So when you go for a coffee or when you meet with that friend, whoever this person is, now you're going to have this conversation, and something is going to come up, and you are suddenly going to realize this possibility, because this particular person is really going to surprise you how much they know about this particular thing, and this particular person is going to point out this huge possibility and that you didn't know. And now when it comes to whatever you've tried, a couple of days earlier, absolutely crazy, and now it's going to be aha moment, and everything is going to start making sense. Why have you felt drawn so badly, so much to actually try this? It's all going to start make sense, baby, and this in itself is going to lead like towards the beginning of this absolutely wonderful adventure. And this adventure is going to lead towards you understanding that it's time to start some kind of a new project. And at that moment in time, you're going to realize you're not going to be able to start this unless you fully commit yourself to it. Okay, unless you fully commit yourself to it. And this is exactly what are you going to do. Absolutely brilliant indeed. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Erini, I know that you are going to worry a little bit. I know that you're going to worry a little bit at around the end of this week. And let me tell you something. You're going to worry a little bit because now it's time to deal with this particular issue. It's to do with this problem. It's to do with this issue. Okay? It's to do with like this heavy problem in your life. Now it's that you've been worrying about for a quite while. Okay, so but now not necessarily that you are running out of time, but you are reaching the point where you really need to do something about this problem, like literally immediately. So something that you were worrying about every single time before you go to sleep, I suppose something that you were worrying about every single time when you would wake up in the morning, or every single time when you were by yourself. It's just one of those things that it would not leave you alone whatsoever. And it's to do with you resolving this problem, but you're not going to be able to resolve this problem and this issue before unless you have this conversation with somebody. This is going to be involving you having a conversation with somebody who you do not want to have a conversation whatsoever. But you are, trust me, you need to do this. You need to bring this problem to an end. This is not going to come to an end immediately, but it is to do with a really positive start you're going to have. So that means that what has been putting you off all this time, I suppose, from having some kind of a meeting or from having some kind of conversation with the one specific person or maybe a group of people. But let me tell you that you are probably going to have a bigger surprise of your life, because everything is going to turn out to be so positive. I'm sorry, but what I see here is the fact that you are going to have such a happy surprise. You are going to have such a happy surprise, my gorgeous Erini. So I'm not saying that this problem is going to be sorted out immediately, but this is like kind of going to have a few different stages. But the most important stage when it comes to this problem, it's you having a conversation with this person or a group of people. This is something that has been affecting you every single time before you wanted to kind of have make a really important decision. It seems like that you weren't able to make an important decision because of this difficult problem, something that has been making you feel really depressed and negative. But this in itself involving you like a meeting up with a person person or a couple of people or a group of people you do not want to do whatsoever. You have to do this. Every now and then, my gorgeous Erini, there are things we need to do. We don't want to do, but we have to do. And this is sadly going to be one of them. But I shouldn't say sadly, because you are going to have a really nice surprise. Not only this is going to turn out to be really fabulous, but something is going to happen. There is an advice that you are going to have. This advice you wouldn't otherwise have. This advice is important because on one hand, you will know what to avoid and what to kind of not to invest your money into, okay? But you will also know when it comes to this advice, for example, you will also know which decision do you need to kind of make immediately, and that's this particular decision that you're going to need to make immediately based on this. Oh my god, it's the best time to go for it, and it's not even going to seem like it, but now, right now, you need to do something about it immediately. You need to act now because you are being in this very, very powerful flow, which means that you are going to be completely unrestricted, and I repeat that it doesn't, like, it's not going to seem like, it's not that, like, is the right time to do this, but trust me, this is going to be absolutely not only imminent but really, really successful for you indeed. In fact, to be quite honest with you, I know this sounds really crazy, what I've just said, but like, as soon as you make this decision, you will know that there is going to be an important decision that you're going to need to make in like about 4 weeks time already, my gorgeous Erini. In 4 weeks time already, you are going to be happy like you haven't been in a very, very long time. Not only this horrible problem, something that has been making you depressed, is coming to an end, but there is also going to be an opportunity of your lifetime in 4 weeks time, just because you decided to make this particular decision. Whatever this decision is going to be, trust me, it's going to be the right one. Whoa. So now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards and I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. Let's see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. Let's see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. Oh, Seven of Cups. There you go. So this is what you need to understand, my gorgeous Erini. I'm going to put it like this in front of me. This is what you need to understand, my gorgeous Erini, that there are indeed going to be, like, you must not ignore the possibilities when it comes to this week. You must not ignore these possibilities because, to be quite honest with you, there are going to be possibilities for you everywhere, and for the first time in your life you are going to realize also that something really has come to an end. And what are you going to realize that has come to an end is just crucial for you to understand. That is to do with something that you were so passionate about, like before. Is to do with something that you used to be really excited about, and it used to be something that you, my god, almost like lived for, in terms of your passion. This is something that means to you so much, but you need to understand that whatever has come to an end, you need to, like, really see this from a different angle. This is not a bad thing whatsoever. It seems like some kind of a passion of yours is coming to an end, and this is not a bad thing whatsoever. It is so important for you to identify what this is, because as soon as you identify what this is, the sooner you're going to be able to move on from it. Because right now at this stage, whatever has come to an end, it's on one hand draining your energy, but it's also preventing you to kind of move on with your life as fast as you actually could. And most importantly, on top of all that, it's like preventing you from taking seriously the possibilities which are going to be so obvious by the end of this week. This week is going to make you feel alive again. Just the fact that you are going to become aware of so many different possibilities is going to be like, oh my god, this in itself, it's important. But also when it comes to so many different possibilities, you really need to kind of step back for a second and just see which one is talking to you the most. I'm not saying that they are not all important, but I'm just saying one of them is going to be the one you just really, really need to pay attention to indeed. And also, my gorgeous Erini, what else I was going to say, that there is a reason why you're gonna be keep on reminded, like maybe of the certain things that used to happen to you. They're gonna be couple of things that you're gonna be reminded of when it comes to your past, okay? And you're gonna be keep on thinking about your past, a few times throughout this week. And what you need to kind of understand here when it comes to your past, there is an important solution to like one of the problems that somebody very close will be going through when it comes to your past. You will be keep on going back to the same point. You will be keep on remembering the same thing. I know this sounds really, really crazy, but at the same time, when it comes to somebody so close to you, this is going to answer one of their problems, one of their big, big, big problems. And this is going to mean to you just as much because it's somebody who is a rather prominent again in your life. Okay, my gorgeous Erini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. This, my gorgeous people, is a very, very, very powerful and a very, very important pendant, because it is going to detoxify any negativity and any toxicity out of your life. This pendant is also ridiculously powerful because it's so important when it comes to our metabolism as well. To have a healthy metabolism, it's really significant when it comes to our health in general. This peridot is ridiculously powerful because when you wear it, you attract the right people and the right situations into your life. Why? Because what's the best about you, it's highlighted while you're wearing this. So whether you want to attract certain people when it comes to love and when it comes to romance into your life, or whether you're trying to make, whether you're trying to attract like maybe certain people when it comes to business, when it comes to your career, it's also absolutely brilliant for that as well. It does tend to bring you a really, really good luck when you are doing something financial, when you're focusing on your finances, when you're making like a really important financial decisions, or when you're making important decisions in general, because peridot helps you, like really prevents you from like a really over analyzing, and when we are over analyzing something, then over analyzing can be really, really dangerous, because us over analyzing something we should never be analyzing in the first place only comes from us maybe not feeling confident enough. So this in itself prevents you from over analyzing something you shouldn't analyze, because it does make you feel extremely, extremely confident. Listen to me very carefully. Peridot brings the best out in you because it makes you feel really, really confident in general. This is what you need to remember, my gorgeous people. It is ever so important. It is the crystal of expansion, and it is the crystal of a new beginnings. Oh my God, ever so significant for those people who have been stuck for a while. For those people who did not have any changes, in their lives, for those people who are unhappy with their lives, and sometimes subconsciously we are affected by the certain things we are not even realizing that are preventing us to move forward. So Peridot has got a power to unlock the best within us, and this element of ourselves, it's like more powerful than we can possibly imagine, but it's very sensitive. So if there is an ounce of like, oh my God, negativity or fear when we have towards something, that's kind of amplified, and without us even realizing, that energy is preventing us from moving forward. So Peridot has got a power to keep this energy away, so we can like really do things we want to do. So this is why, it's so important for those people who have been stuck, or those people who felt stuck for a while. Just remember, it attracts the right people and it attracts the right situations in your life as well. This crystal is ridiculously powerful. Okay, just remember that by wearing Peridot, it does not only bring a good luck into your life when it comes to so many things. This crystal brings you a good luck. Okay, this crystal has been used for many years just for that particular reason. Okay, and when it comes to Peridot, I'm so excited because I love Peridot. It's one of my favorite crystals indeed, because I know when I wear Peridot, I feel like I'm on top of the world. I feel like I can do what I don't normally feel like I can do. You know what I mean? It gives me the strength. It gives me this energy that I don't normally have. It sounds crazy, I know, but this is what this powerful pendant can actually do. So when it comes to moving on with our lives, this is something we should all have literally. It does bring you like, oh my God, kind of the whole new sense of what you should be doing, because you are reminded of things that maybe you are neglecting just because you did not have a confidence to kind of take on. So this immediately, like kind of like really, as soon as you wear this, you do kind of are reminded of certain things in your life in such a way where you kind of start getting really positive ideas. That's the way you're reminded of things that you should be working on, because now suddenly something that you were afraid to start, now suddenly you have these amazing ideas, like incredible ideas, and that's how you are pointed towards the right directions through your own passion, through your own optimism. This in itself, my gorgeous people, is indeed your guiding light. And that's why I absolutely love Peridot. And also, why am I so excited? I've been waiting for this for years. I've been waiting for this for a very long time, my gorgeous people. Not that it's like impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible to find Peridot out there. But when I'm looking for crystals, I'm looking for the very specific crystals. They need to be of a high quality. So this one is a high quality Peridot. I'm not even joking. I've been waiting for this for years, and I only have a limited amount of this. I only have a limited amount of this in stock, my gorgeous people. So I really suggest you to buy this while you can. I'm not saying you can't get a Peridot out there, but it is not going to be as a wonderful and such a high quality as this one. Okay, very powerful and natural, a Peridot. Okay, so this is why, because I've been waiting for this for years, absolute years, and I have only a few of these in stock. And once they're gone, I believe that's it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more. And I only have like a few in stock, like literally. And this is honestly, one of the most powerful pendants, and it's so striking. It's so striking. Look at it. Just to have this around your neck. So beautiful, so striking, so natural. So this, my gorgeous people, is something I highly recommend you. This gorgeous Peridot comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in the description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments, or you just go on Google and just type in, Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way. You can click on it and you will see the first two products, right on top of the store, are gonna be the ones that I'm advertising right now. So this is something I highly suggest you to get. Another thing I recommend you, my gorgeous people, it's the second crystal. Okay, it's called Chevron amethyst. Okay, so you all know amethyst. So this is a special type of amethyst, and of course it's natural. And this amethyst is like so powerful, like probably the most powerful. There are few crystals which are ridiculously powerful when it comes to our third psychic eye. And I did mention some of them, like for example, tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye. There are crystals which are brilliant when it comes to our third psychic eye indeed. Even lapis lazuli is quite good when it comes to our third psychic eye, very powerful. But I would probably say the chevron amethyst, this is a chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. I would probably say, my honest opinion is that this in itself is probably the most powerful crystal when it comes to our third psychic eye. Our third psychic eye is who we are. Our third psychic eye, it's like who we are on the spiritual level. Our third psychic eye reconnects us with ourselves because we tap into something absolutely mind-blowing. We unlock a ridiculously powerful aspect of ourselves when we wear this, because it is ridiculously powerful when it comes to unlocking the power of a third psychic eye, which means that we just start to see life in a completely different way. Why? Because we become very brave, we become very confident, we become very powerful. I mean, look at this combination, out of this world. Very kind of, when you become brave, when you feel brave, when you feel powerful, when you feel confident, at the same time, when the power of your third psychic eye has been unlocked, you need to be prepared to enter the whole new stage of your life, to enter the whole new world, because this is one of the most powerful crystals in terms of the actual guidance. You see what I mean? It just unlocks the power of your third psychic eye, and that in itself means that you enlighten yourself. While you're wearing this, you're enlightening yourself at the same time. Pay attention to how you're gonna think while you're wearing this. Pay attention to how you're gonna feel, how you're gonna respond to the certain people and to the certain situations in your life completely differently. There is so much about yourself that you find out along the way, because it starts this unlocking process. The certain things unlock within you. You even start to kind of see the connection in between the all things in general, and that in itself, it's also big. That in itself, it's also important. And also at the same time, my gorgeous people, when it comes to chevron amethyst, it's brilliant because it calms you down. It makes you feel peaceful at a time where, oh my God, the bombs are falling. God forbid, and no, I'm joking, but it makes you feel really good. It makes you feel really peaceful. It makes you feel really calm. So if you are going through something like that makes you feel really anxious, that makes you feel really bad, that makes you feel really stressed, as soon as you wear chevron amethyst, it really brings you down. It really brings you down. It is like so, so, so powerful, like, oh my goodness. And also, if you are, persistently stressed, persistently negative, persistently down, persistently sad, if you're going through very kind of strange stages in your life, if you're going through really difficult things, this really helps you to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, because at the same time you become really spiritual, and those things that have been kind of scaring you, they do not scare you anymore. You just start seeing them as like a really important challenges rather than anything else. So it's all a kind of how you see things and how you respond to things, in this life. And if you are having like a sleeping problems or a sleeping difficulty, so you cannot relax whatsoever, Chevron, little French man came out of me. French spirit, hello, my darling, where are you? Where are you? Now, it's like chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. It's also fantastic if you have a problems to relax. if you have a problems with sleeping and things like that. So this is why I highly recommend you to wear this, my gorgeous people, okay? And this also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in this description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments section, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin like a shop, and my page is gonna come up that way as well. This is something I highly recommend you indeed. Okay.